Hello, it's Coach Miley with day 2 of Change Your Mind, Change Yourself. This is our 5-day kickoff of our My Trainer community, and we are continuing where we left off yesterday. So yesterday we introduced our training, and we looked at our day 1, and we looked at what our current reality was with exercise, healthy eating, staying hydrated, and sleep and rest. So there may be some other things that you have in your mind that you want to look at that we didn't look at yesterday, or that I didn't specifically ask you for. But I don't want to make it seem like those things are any less important. Those are just the first main things that I look at when people have a health and fitness goal, because I want to kind of see if they have some foundational items already successful. So today, though, I want to know more about what you want specifically. So we can kind of forget a little bit what I may have already been saying, or what I might use as an example in the future. But I want to look at what's important to you. So I've just been using the example or the term, I want to be healthy and fit, because that's just kind of what felt good to me when I wrote this guide. So you'll see that as an example throughout the text, or you'll hear me say it. But what I want you to do now in your journal or in your guide is I want to know what it is that you want to achieve in health and fitness. And I want you to go ahead and write it down. And the first time you write it down, I want you to just go ahead and freestyle. And I would like you to write it and not just think it. So you can pause this audio and just take some time to think about that before you move on if you need more time. But what is it that you want to achieve in health and fitness? And then number 2, what does your goal really look like to you? And so we want to be specific here, and hopefully it's something that we can measure. So when I say be specific, sometimes when I ask people what their goal is, they will just say, I want to be healthy, or they will just say, I want to be fit. But then this is where I want to know, what does that look like to you? So if during your first question, you have kind of a very broad answer and you didn't get detailed, for number 2, I want you to go ahead and get detailed. So is your health and fitness goal related to a clothing size? Is it related to what the weight on the scale says? Are you looking at maybe a body fat percentage? Or are you just looking in the mirror and at what you see? Is that how you're measuring it? Is it maybe how far or fast you can walk or run? Is it maybe how strong you are? So those are just some examples. So as you think about what you want for your health and your fitness, go ahead and write something down that could possibly be measured. And then this is where in the comments, if you are having trouble getting to that more detailed place, I do want to make space for us, and if you don't want to do it publicly, we can do it inside of our group if you'd rather do it there. But I would like to give you the opportunity to ask questions on how to get that more specific. Okay? So for our first question, what do we want? We're being specific, and hopefully we can measure it. But then we want to start getting into the why of it. So this might take you a little bit more thought, but I wanted to give you some guidelines for it. So what happens most of the time is I'll say, what do you want? Like, what is your health and fitness goal? And maybe they do get specific. Maybe they do say, I want to lose 10 pounds. But what I want to know is why? Why do you want to do that? So if we use the example that I put in the Change Your Mind, Change Yourself guidebook, I use an example as losing 20 pounds because that's what a lot of people say to me. So I just want to go through and just kind of give you a way to break this down, because I would like for you to get to the real reason. Because what you might say is, I want to lose 20 pounds, and maybe it's because I just want to look better. But we want to get a little bit deeper than that. Or maybe I want to feel better. We want to get a little bit deeper in that, a little bit deeper than just that reason, that why. And maybe you haven't thought about it. So this is what I want to go over with you. So why is this goal important to you? In order to truly change your mind, you must recognize your real reason for wanting to make a change. You will not generate the energy required to achieve your goals without a strong why. To get to your true why, ask yourself 5 times before you record your final answer. For example, a measurable goal based off wanting to be healthy and fit might be, I want to lose 20 pounds. So let's look at that. So number 1, why is losing 20 pounds important to you? And the example I used is one that I hear because I don't want to be fat anymore. And then, so number 2, well then why is not being fat anymore important to you? Because I can't keep up with my 5-year-old. Okay, so let's ask it a third time. So why is keeping up with your 5-year-old son important to you? Because I want to be able to play with him without getting tired. And so it might seem a little bit redundant at this point, right? But let's go ahead and ask again. So why is being able to play with him without getting tired important to you? Because I don't want to hold him back from having an active lifestyle. And again, it might seem redundant, but let's go ahead and ask a 5th time just to dig a little deeper. So why is him having an active lifestyle important to you? Because I want him to grow up with good self-esteem, and I don't want him to go through what I went through as an overweight kid. So that is an example that I did actually have around the time that I was writing this book. But I also want to share maybe another one that is somewhat similar. Well, actually, it's a little bit opposite, but it's done in the similar way. One of my long-term clients, when they came into me and I was asking them why, they did first start off with just saying they wanted to be healthy. And so as I asked them why several times, by the time we got to the end, I had found out that their parents had either gotten ill early or had passed, both of them. And what the real concern was that she didn't want to have that happen to her early. Okay? So she wanted to get a handle on that now. She did not want to have that end up happening. But if I hadn't dug deeper and I had just went with I just want to be healthy, then for her, she may have just held that in her mind and never really thought of maybe what the real reason was. And that real reason, those real reasons, like wanting your son or daughter to grow up with good self-esteem and having an active lifestyle, or wanting to make sure that you live in a healthy way because maybe you saw someone that you loved pass away, maybe related to not taking care of themselves. So that right there, instead of just saying, oh, I want to be healthy, I want to be fit, I want to lose weight, those reasons right there are going to help give you the energy that you need to make these changes over the next 4 weeks. Okay? So today, that's the main thing that I have for you. And tomorrow, we're going to start looking at not just the why, but we're going to start seeing what does that actually look like. So who do we want to be? And then in your mind, we're going to start putting together what that person looks like. Because what we want to do is not just be thinking about that someday we want something to happen. We want to be looking at making it happen now, and not waiting until we're already there, but living in that mindset of the person that we want to be, and then making decisions from that place. So that's where we're going to be going. And I'm hoping to come back live with a video this afternoon at our new training location. So hopefully I will get that worked out in a quiet space. And I would love to hear what you came up with, even if it's in a private message, but I'd love for you to put it in the comments. I'll see you soon.